everybody. It's Ozymandias 3630, and I'm back in game. Looks like we got some new stuff to win, so that is fun. It's winter time, and the Packers are at San Francisco to play the 49ers. And if you are watching my stuff, you know that I do a lot of DFS. So tonight's game is an interesting one, as the Packers are taking on the 49ers. And do you know why they call them the 49ers? Because they have 49 players injured this week. Oh, you know why else they call them the 49ers? Because only 49 people can name the starting wide receivers for the 49ers. And I think I'm not one of them. No. I think the 49ers starting wide receivers this week are Trent Taylor and Richie James. Yeah, you didn't know that. I didn't know that. Had to look it up. It could possibly be Kevin White. Now, the most sure thing in the game today, his name is Davante Adams. Davante Adams has 43 touches this year, about 12 yards a touch, 502 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Last game was a tough game. He went 11 targets, 7 catches, 53 yards. He was held to 53 yards, but he still had 3 touchdowns. So, on 43 touches, he has 7 touchdowns. That's a touchdown every 6 freaking touches. That's crazy. I don't think you know how crazy that is. Anyways, let's get racing. So, I'll tell you a little bit about the defenses after I get where I'm going. This is the Hoonigan Escort, and this little baby can jump, and it's America on the hood. America on the hood, which is appropriate. Why? Because we just voted, and it doesn't matter who you voted for. Unless you're in the electoral college, then it matters, but you're not. So, well, maybe you are. I don't know who watches this video. So, the 49ers defense is actually really good. 49ers defense is top 10 in every category. Total yards, defending the pass, and defending the run. But we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing in 4K on Thursday. So you know how he's going to do. He's going to go the fuck off. That's what I think. Let's see, who else should we highlight? Robert Tonyan. He had 7 targets last game, 79 yards. Sternberger, the tight end, I think he's a rookie. He had 4 targets and 3 receptions for 46 yards. So after Davante Adams, we don't really know where to go. I guess Tonyan is the safest play after Adams. But Aaron Jones is supposed to play this week, but who knows how healthy he is. He says he's pretty healthy. So if Aaron Jones is in fact healthy, he's a pretty good play, even though the Niners are a tough defense all the way around. Got the Warthog. Dope. What else? What else? Oh, so the Packers running back room got COVID-19. So after Aaron Jones, the backs left are Tyler Ervin and Dexter Williams. And Dexter Williams has exactly 0 touches this season. Tyler Ervin looks like he had 3 targets last week, 1 reception for 7 yards. So if anything happens to Aaron Jones in DFS, it could get pretty crazy. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I do a lot of fantasy football and daily fantasy sports, so I'm going to take all these notes. I get all the information from Pro Football Reference, and then I check everything from that I get there. I cross-check it on RotoWorld, and I even check it on the team's website, the official site, to make sure these players, because sometimes on FanDuel and DraftKings, they'll put players on there that you can pick, and they're not even on the roster anymore. Like, who else? Who did I see this week that you could pick that's not even rostered? Like Seth Roberts. He's a free agent as far as I could tell. Who else? Reggie Begelton. I don't think he's on the Packers anymore. I couldn't find him on the roster online. Maybe he's on the practice squad, same with Seth Roberts. Couldn't find him on the team website, so you got to watch out for things like that. The 49ers, so their quarterback is usually Jimmy Garoppolo. If you watch my videos, you know how I feel about Garoppolo. He's been killing me. Last year, the 49ers running back killed me all the time. And then this season, who's been killing me is Garoppolo's been killing me, but he's been hurt. But so they have a backup quarterback in. His name is Nick Mullins. And Nick Mullins is actually pretty good. Like, would I be surprised to see him win? Yeah, I think the Packers are really good. I mean, they're better than they played against the Bucks. The Bucks beat the shit out of them. And I think last week, the reason I thought that, the reason that I didn't think Devontae Adams was going to be a good play last week, and I was wrong. He was. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns, but he was held to 53 yards. It's because there was like an insane amount of wind last week in Green Bay, hurricane or some shit, blowing a lot of wind. So I thought it was a bad play. I was right as far as yardage, so wrong. He got 3 touchdowns. Rodgers is just freaking throwing this boy touchdowns. So it's fair to try and ride that while it's happening, and it's happening. So all aboard Devontae Adams this week in San Francisco. So anyways, yeah, Nick Mullins is pretty good. Let's just take a step back for a second. Nick Mullins has a 70% completion percentage, 852 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, which isn't great. And he doesn't freaking move either. He's got six rush this year for -2 yards total. So he's not great running the ball, but and the 49ers are really beat up. I mean, I have not seen a team so beat up in my life. These guys are beat up. The Packers running back room is beat up, and the entire 49ers roster is beat up. I'll get to that in a second. Whoopsies. So, Nick Mullins is pretty good. He doesn't have the quarterback, but he seems to really, he gets the game. I think he just gets the game, so he could play well tonight. So, his top wide receivers are going to be Trent Taylor and River Crackraft. Yeah, and Richie James, possibly Kevin White. Only 2 of these guys were even starters like last week. And when I say starters, I say that pretty loosely. I mean, they were on the team and they were active. Richie James is a 5'9", 185, 25-year-old. He's got like a career 17 touches offensive, but he's getting 17 yards per touch, 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's like a kick return guy. He's like kind of interesting. Trent Taylor is like the opposite. He gets like a possession role. He's got 9 targets this season for 9 yards, 77 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Last week he went 5 targets, 3 catches, 32 yards, 0 touchdowns. So Taylor gets more targets, but Richie James gets the deep ones. But this is for Kevin White and River Crackraft were even on the team. River Crackraft is a second-year guy, 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, 26-year-old, and Kevin White, of course, was drafted 7th overall by the Bears. He's a 5th-year pro, 6'3", and he's 28 years old. I took notes. Of course I know my stuff. So, yes. And then the 49ers get Jordan Reed back this week, so where it looks like Ross Dwelly was going to be a good play. We're not sure if it's going to be Ross Dwelly or Jordan Reed. As you know, young quarterbacks like to throw to the tight end. So you can expect. Let's pick a car and get racing, huh? Let's see. That looks good. All right. Yeah, the panty. I think I'm gonna go with this one. All right. So, yeah. So the 49ers, so many players hurt. It's a terrible joke, but it's really true. Kittle done for the year. I could list all the players that are done. Let me show you this. This is just on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive side of the ball. Dante Pettis out. Tevin Coleman out. Jordan Reed, he just came off of the IR. Jimmy Garoppolo IR. Kendrick Bourne, COVID-19. Jeff Wilson Jr. IR. Tebow Samuel, COVID-19. Mostert's on IR. Brendan Ayuk, COVID-19. Kittle IR. I think he broke a bone in his foot. Let's see who else. And then Jalen Hurd, I think his name is, wide receiver. He's on IR. That's just the offensive side of the ball. That's not mentioning Joey Bosa and the others that they lost on the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, the Niners are hurt. So it's a DFS show. So what I would say, what I think is going to happen, I think the most likely scenario is the Packers beat the Niners pretty good. I think your best bet is going to be Devontae Adams stack with Rodgers and Tunyon. I expect a decent game from Mullins. So maybe you could play Mullins, and but if no, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm a DJ. Yeah, I can radio DJ. So yeah, I would say after this race, I'll make my DFS predictions more clear, because I think if you're gonna pick. If I'm gonna say that the Packers are gonna blow out the Niners, then you got to use the Packers defense. You know what? I don't think the Packers are gonna blow out the 49ers. And after this race, my wife doesn't think they're gonna blow them out either. So after this race, I'll make my predictions. I think you can start Devontae Adams and Rodgers with Mullins, and I'll figure out the rest of the lineup from there. I got dollars across the board already. Going for the Millie tonight. My feet are cold. Yeah, you're warm. Oh shit. This is a jump here. Hey. So this is pretty easy victory right here in the Audi. Ozyman 3630. If you like football and you like racing, then our interests align, and I'm probably a good follow for you. I'm going to be doing this DFS stuff for as long as football keeps going. As long as it doesn't get shut down, I'm going to be doing this every game. Thursday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be doing some DFS predictions, giving you stats that might help you for the game. I'll try and get it done earlier. The problem with doing it earlier is that stuff changes late. Like just earlier today at like 4 o'clock, I was doing my research, and Jordan Reed wasn't even activated yet. Kevin White wasn't activated. These people weren't even on the official roster. We might have known they were probably going to get activated and play, but probably doesn't do much for me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have all the info before I make decisions when I'm playing, $15 a lineup for the Millie. So my credentials, I guess it's good to talk about my credentials, right? So I have been playing fantasy football since like 2003, I think it was. I started playing the year that Ben Roethlisberger was a rookie. My fantasy team was awful. I took over a keeper league. It was a standard scoring league, and my buddy Mike got me into it. and I took over a team, and he took over a team, and my team was awful, and I didn't take it seriously. I didn't really know what I was getting into. Didn't have a magazine, didn't have nothing. And this is before, I don't know, maybe you could get computers to do this shit, but this is before you had live scoring. This is before all that shit was free. You had to pay to be in a league, and when I mean pay to be in a league, obviously you pay to be in a league, but then you had to pay to like be able to use the internet, use the team. It wasn't free back then, most of the time. So yeah. So I think the safest lineup, I think it's going to be a game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a game. Because I think that Mullins is pretty good. So I think the lineup is going to be Adams, Rodgers, Mullins. And then Mullins is going to need a pass catcher, right? I think Trent Taylor is probably the safest pass catcher. Fuck. Nah, it's got to be a tight end. So we're going Rodgers. We're going Adams in the MVP. Rodgers. Going Mullins with a tight end. I'll go with Jordan Reed. Now, those are my top four. I like Trent Taylor to be a low yardage, high floor type of guy. I like, if the Packers are blowing out the Niners, I like Richie James to maybe get some, maybe catch a couple long ones. They're going to need somebody to do something if the Packers are holding down. So did I tell you about the Packers defense? The 49ers defense is awesome. The Packers defense is total yards. They're 11th. They're middle of the pack against the pass. So like they're 12th in yardage and 16th in touchdowns. They have allowed 1,593 yards passing and 12 touchdowns, which puts them right in the middle of the league. And Mullins is like an average quarterback. So I think it's a fair matchup. It's okay. The Packers are shit against the run. They're middle of the field in rushing yards. They've given up 833 rushing yards, but they give up a ton of touchdowns, which would be good if the Packers weren't going to score. I think they are. So if the Packers are going to score, the 49ers can't afford to run it on them. You know what I mean? So that's that. I'll finish out this races. I think your best plays, a secondary receiving target after Davante Adams on the Packers. I think the secondary receiving target. I think it's either Tunyon or Sternberger. Those are the best bets to go. Am I? So those are my targets for the Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, obviously Aaron Jones is a good play. Tunyon and Sternberger. I don't like any of the other wide receivers. Scantling, St. Brown, Malik Taylor, or Darius Shepard. Don't care about them. I don't like Tyler Urban or Mercedes Lewis or Dexter Williams. Let's see. For the Niners, I like Mullins. I don't know what to do with McKinnon or Hasty. I know that Hasty is supposed to get more work, but I think the 49ers will be trailing, and I think McKinnon is more likely to catch passes. He had 4 catches for 4 receptions in the last game for 40 yards. Jordan Reed and Dwelly are both good bets. You could play, probably wouldn't play the Niners defense. You could probably play the Packers defense if you think that Mullins is going to suck. I think the kickers are in play, Gold and Crosby. Juice check could be a sneaky play. The Niners don't have any running backs or catchers, so Juice check could sneak into the end zone. So, all right, let's get to the last couple races here and then get to the game. Okay. We're getting to Walmart. Okie dokie.
Turn left.
It's only like 8. I think you're right. They don't close at 8 no more. I don't think they close at 8 anymore. I don't think they do. People don't even wear masks anymore. I think you can go in there pretty late. Not too late, but yeah. There you go, 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Maybe it's an allergic thing to something you're eating. There you go. It's wintertime, dashing through the snow. Why isn't that made of ice? And this car is nice. RS4. I just did this tune the other day. I like it. It's obviously pretty good here if you want to see the RS4 tune. There's a video. You know what? Before we end this video, I'll just go check out what the name of this tune is. So you can download it to try. People are starting to download my tunes, which is pretty cool because I'm getting some downloads and I'm getting some likes on my tunes, which is good because that's what I like to do.
Yards, you will arrive at your destination.
I can't have my headphones on. I can barely hear you. What did you say? All right, so here we go. Trying to get that Mercedes-Benz E63. Oh, you. So yeah, I think if you're trying to get like a sneaky play that could go off under the radar, I think I like Richie James and I like Tyler Irvin. But if you like Tyler Irvin, that means something happens to Aaron Jones. So something happens to Aaron Jones, Tyler Irvin could. I don't think there's anything. Just if you need money, it's on the card. I have money on the card. Here we go. So I just recently, I found out that they're broadcasting some games in 4K, and Fox is doing that. And they're doing it through the Fox app. And I got the Fox app, I think on my Xbox, right? But I didn't think it looked like 4K. I was like, that doesn't look right. But so they do it also through Fubo. It's the only one, Fubo TV, and I had YouTube TV. And I was like, it's kind of expensive. It's pretty good. YouTube's pretty good, but they're not doing any broadcasting in 4K. So I was like, so I was like, fuck it. I want to watch some stuff in 4K. I got this 4K TV. I play Xbox in 4K. Pay a lot of money for my TV. It's an LG Nano 65. It's not an OLED, which is my next upgrade. Oh shit. If you're looking for a TV and you have the money, get your ass an OLED, man. They're fucking crazy. What the hell? Anyways, an OLED is it's a light emitting diode, as you know, and the O stands for organic, I believe. And what it does is it actually emits its own light. So LED TVs, I guess this is like one of those random ass fucking episodes. But an LED TV, traditionally, it's LEDs. They are colors, right? So they produce colors, or maybe they don't produce them. I don't know. But anyways. They're traditionally, there's an LCD backlight that shines light through the LED, and that's how that works. Now with an OLED, they don't need the LCD backlight to make light, so that's how like If you ever turned on your TV and on the blacks, you notice it, like, why is it whitish? Like, why is it shining white? Well, that's the LCD backlight lighting up through the blacks. Well, you don't have that in OLED. OLEDs individually light themselves. They emit their own light, and so your blacks are blacker and your colors are more poppy. So yeah, OLED is like a whole nother level above LED LCD TVs. I didn't realize when I bought this. Well, when I bought this TV, I already knew that. When I bought my last TV, I didn't realize that that's what they were. I don't even know if you could when I bought my last one, but so now I'm into all that kind of stuff. I'm looking out for LG makes an OLED. I think Vizio makes an OLED right now. I mean, they're like $2,000 for a good size one, 1,500. Probably the cheapest one you can get in like the 40s. If you want to talk about some crazy shit, like let's talk about pixel density. Like a 4K TV has relative pixel density compared to your phone is like shit. Your phone at 4K is like a 6-inch phone at 4K. Your pixel density is insane, right? But so like it's the same amount of pixels on your fucking 70-inch TV. So let's talk about pixel density. They could do so much more with your displays, your 60, 70-inch displays, but there is nothing that is producing anything like that. Like there is no video that's 8 million K. You know what I mean? So anyways, let's get to the last race. I think the game's about to start. Oh yeah, 8:14. We're getting there. Okie dokie. So do you like my football content? I hope so. Even if you don't, I'm still gonna make it because I like it. I like it a lot. What am I looking for? Probably all new, right? New stuff. Probably the way to go. Seasonal events. Oopsies. Seasonals? Yeah, that should do it. What the fuck? There we go. Ah, there it is. Get there.
In 400 yards, turn right.
What I like about wintertime is you can go straight across that frozen divide. Looks like I can go this way, huh? What you think? Maybe? Oh, but I'm out to grandma's house. So yeah, I hope you like my combined my combined football and racing episodes here. When it's a podcast, it's not really a podcast. It's a stream. It's a stream. It's an episode on Twitch. I am Ozymandias3630. I'm a Buccaneers fan, and I'm a Forza tuner. I'm also on YouTube, NotFooling AroundCrew. First name is NotFooling, NotFooling. That's my first name, NotFooling. AroundCrew is my last name, AroundZrew, no spaces. NotFooling, no spaces, space. AroundCrew, no spaces. First name, last name. That's how that works. There's 1,200 followers on the YouTube. There's maybe 6 or 7 followers on the Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch, which nobody is, it says 0 people are watching. Maybe you'll watch one day. Anyways, please subscribe to the Twitch and the YouTube because I'm trying to become a partner. And in order to become a partner, one of my requirements is I need followers and I need time viewed. But we'll worry about getting people to watch the shows when I have people following. For now, I just want to work on getting some people to know that I am doing things regularly. Putting out content that possibly some people will be interested in. If you're not interested in the racing and the DFS, maybe you're interested in one or the other. I mean, it's good DFS info. These are facts. This isn't fucking little jokes I'm spitting out here. These are real people. Mercedes Lewis, Tyler Irvin, Darius Shepard, Malik Taylor, Equanimous St. Brown, Jake Sternberner, Marquez Valdez Scantling, Mason Crosby, Packers defense, Robert Tonyan, Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Dexter Williams. These are the names that you can play. There's other names you could play. You could play Seth Roberts, but I don't think he's even rostered. You could play John Lovett. I think it's John Lovett. I don't know what his first name is. I did know Jarrett Lovett. Who knows? Anyways, he has zero targets, 0 receptions, 0 yards this season. I mean, you could play him. I wouldn't recommend it. And you could play Bagleton if you're on DraftKings, but I don't think he's even rostered. So there are players that you could be playing, but I wouldn't. Point being that I've done the research, and you could use it if you didn't do any research and it's last minute you need to hear some what might happen. I'm going to do my best to let you know what I think could happen in the game. I do think Mullins is a pretty good player. I think the 49ers have had some awful luck, and it's either luck or they're the worst training staff in the fucking world, because they have so many injuries. It's insane. At some point, if you keep losing players, it's not just luck, right? It could be your team is cursed. Maybe there's a ghost that's tripping people on the field. I don't know. Maybe you need a new stadium, or maybe you just need a new training staff. I don't know. But hey, did you guys watch my boy Ted Lasso yet? Yo, Ted Lasso, that dude is funny as fuck. If you got Apple TV and you haven't watched Ted Lasso yet, go and watch Ted Lasso. That dude is fucking hilarious, and you will like it because, well, I'm talking to you like you're here. There's nobody here. I have 0 people watching the stream right now. But if you do happen to watch the stream, I assume it's because you either like football or racing, and there's a good chance you're here on this particular stream because you like football and racing. And if you like football and racing, you're going to love Ted fucking Lasso. Ted Lasso is Jason Sudeikis, and it's a show where he's a head football coach, and he gets hired to coach a soccer team, a football team, soccer team, whatever you want to call it, a football team in the Premier League. And always funny on a bunny. And I think that he's got this assistant head coach who he brings with him. He dude must be a comedian because he's so like, I don't know who it is, and that's a shame. I should know that, and I'm kind of pissed at myself now that I'm talking about it. I don't know his name. He must be a comedian, and you can tell because the way he delivers his lines it's perfect, and he doesn't say much, which is why I think he's a comedian, because like it's very little actual words, very powerful and funny. The way he delivers the few words, if that makes any sense. His delivery is perfect, let's put it that way. He says very little, but it comes off very awesome. And I think they set that up for you in the show too. But yeah, he seems, the dialogue is great. Jason Sudeikis is great. Story's funny and moving, which kind of intense at a moment. Like, god damn, I don't need so much real life, but it's mostly funny. And it's a really good show. I was very disappointed when it ended. So that's my recommendations for you. Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, Nick Mullins, Ted Lasso, the kickers. I don't know. I think the number one play, and these are going to be very chalky, obviously. And if you're not familiar with chalk means everybody's going to be fucking playing it. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. If everybody's playing Devontae Adams and he hits, like he could hit for 3 touchdowns tonight, like he did last week. Just as, you know, and I hate this. The Packers are the only team in the freaking league that I would say to go back to Devontae Adams after a 3 touchdown game. Like the Seahawks, right? For the Seahawks. So if DK Metcalf goes off for 3 touchdowns one week, you know what I'm telling you to do next week? You go after fucking Tyler Lockett, because Russell Williams, oh my god. Russell Wilson has at least two great receivers, and he's going to give them both opportunities. So if Tyler Lockett goes, and it's been actually doing this, if you look, Tyler Lockett goes the fuck off, DK goes off, Tyler goes off. DK goes off. And it's going back and forth like that. I think last week it was the DK week. But Aaron Rodgers doesn't actually have that. I mean, Tunyon is not Devontae Adams. Okay. Sternberger is not Devontae Adams. Scantling, Lazard. If Lazard was here, Lazard. Oh, by the way, hey, if Lazard is available in your league, go pick him the fuck up. Lazard. These other guys aren't on his level. St. Brown. I don't think he's on his level. I don't think Scantling, Marquez Valdez, Scantling. I don't think he's on that level. Lazard is that dude. So go ahead and get Lazard. That's the thing. So this is it, I guess. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go watch the game. It's Ozymandias. Do that real quick. Oopsies. Whoa, whoa, oh. Let's go to the house and check that out real quick. Let's get there. Hurry, go home. We'll go home, man. All right, so we'll go home and check out the new car. I mean, who doesn't want to go look at a new car, right? Everyone wants to look at a new car. It's not really a question. It's a fact. People want to look at new cars. I mean, if there was a new car outside right now, I'd go look at it. I'm in, like, my basketball shorts and, like, some dumb shirt that's like 30 years old, but I'd still go look at this car if it was outside, if it was new. So let's go look at a new car. I'm gonna spin out there, alright? Let's do it. Think I can get there? Did I really? Doesn't feel like I arrived where I wanted to. There it is. Oh, it's like Christmas in this bitch. My cars. Mercedes Benz. Watch Mercedes Lewis go off tonight. What am I looking for? E63, this one, right? Wait a minute. Did I really just win the car I already have? Whatever. Hey, whatever, right? You fucking win cars, you win cars. It must be a good car. Should probably tune it up, check it out. I don't think we have enough time to do that. But 8:25. No, the game started. So I'm gonna get going. Let's just check the festival playlist right quick to make sure that was the right car. Season events and okay, whatever. I guess it's the right car. I'll figure it out later. So thanks for watching. It's Ozymandias 3630 is the gamer tag if you want to add me. And NFAC is the team. NotFooling AroundCrew is the YouTube. And still NFAC is the Twitch. Thanks for watching. Peace!